A very good morning to all of you. In this class, I am going to start with another question which is asked in CBSE Delhi in 2010. The question is asking about how biocontrol agents help in reducing the use of insecticides. Explain with an example. So the question is asking about how the biocontrol agent use food in the control of different pests or different insects or different helminths, because in the question they are mainly resemble the insecticides. In the question they are asking about the control of insecticides by the biocontrol agent, but actually there are so many organisms which generally prevent the which generally decreases the total yield of the crop. So the farmer use so many method for controlling the particular species or if species of insect or species of helminthes and other, but indirectly they harm the human species also, the human also and the other species also, which are not decrease the not are responsible for the decrease of particular crop. So use of chemicals क्या है कि पर्टिकुलर जिस भी हम जो क्रॉप जिस भी क्रॉप पर कोई पर्टिकुलर स्पीसीज ग्रो कर रही है, दे डिक्रीज द yield ऑफ क्रॉप. फॉर एग्जाम्पल द caterpillar larva of butterfly mainly feed the leaves of the that crop, or finally they decreases the whole yield of that crop because leaves are not present, so overall the function of plant is inhibited, so that the yield of the crop is also decreases by the caterpillar larva. So when they use the decreasing the caterpillar larva, decreasing the number of caterpillar larva, so that all the other species which are present in the environment of the insecticide or where the insecticides are sprayed were sprayed, so जहाँ पे तो पर्टिकुलर जो सराउंडिंग में या उस एनवायरनमेंट में जितनी भी स्पीसीज हैं, दे ऑल्सो बिकम डिस्ट्रॉयड बाय द पर्टिकुलर insecticides because they also harm that species which are not linked with that crop. So for decreasing the harmful effect on human or other species like birds, because the number of birds are also decreases during the time passes. So क्यों ऐसा हो रहा है? Because क्योंकि जो भी insecticide हम use कर रहे हैं, तो birds generally feed on the grasshopper or generally feed on the other insect of the crop. Due to the continuous spraying of pesticides on insecticides, the number of species or number of grasshopper also decreases, which may be possibility the birds जो यहाँ पे पॉसिबिलिटी है उनकी डिक्रीज होने की, बिकॉज द बर्ड्स आर ऑल्सो फीड ऑन दैट, क्योंकि एक फूड चैन में फीड कर रहे हैं वो इंसेक्ट्स पे और ग्रास हॉपर फॉर एग्जांपल. सो जब डिक्रीज हो रहे हैं तो अगर वही फीडिंग नहीं रहेंगे तो ओवरऑल बर्ड्स भी नहीं रहेंगी, और फिर जो एक फूड चैन जो कंटिन्यूअस हो रहे हैं जो फूड चैन में, तो हम एक ऑर्गेनिज्म को सेपरेटली अलग कर दे रहे हैं, तो एक फूड चैन जो बनती है वहाँ पे प्रॉपरली वो ऑल अफेक्ट द ऑल मेंबर्स ऑफ द फूड चैन, द पर्टिकुलर केमिकल which are used by the farmers. Now if we decreases the use of these chemicals, so that the number of species which are affected by the insecticides and pesticides can survive. So कैसे survive कर सकते हैं? Because अगर हम बायो कंट्रोल एजेंट यूज करेंगे, दैट इज द स्पीशीज विच ओनली ग्रोज ऑन the particular species of insect. For example, if we use the fungi trichoderma, the fungi trichoderma only grow on the specific species of the insect, only certain species of the insect. So due to the trichoderma, if we spray the spores of trichoderma in the field, so they only target the particular species, not human, not bird, not any other mammal, not any other animal or arboreal animals. So they only grow on the insect. If we spray the particular in a field, say in the field of crop, so they only grow on insect or within an insect, those survive on that crop, those feed on that crop. So the number of that insect may decreases with time or can decreases with time. So तो हमें पर्टिकुलर जब नंबर ऑफ अगर हम बायो कंट्रोल एजेंट यूज़ करेंगे तो सिर्फ हमें पर्टिकुलर स्पीसीज ही डिस्ट्रॉय होगी, नॉट वो ओवरऑल ह्यूमन को भी इफेक्ट नहीं करेंगे, जैसे कि इंसेक्टिसाइड और पेस्टिसाइड में यूज़ इफेक्ट करते हैं, एंड दे ऑल्सो इफेक्ट द अदर ऑर्गेनिज्म, arboreal organism, birds, mammals, amphibians also sometimes, because amphibians are also feeding on insects like frog. So अगर हम बायो कंट्रोल एजेंट यूज करेंगे बिकॉज दे ओनली टारगेट अ पर्टिकुलर स्पीसीज, फॉर एग्जांपल बीटी टॉक्सिन या बैसिलस thuringiensis only target on the insects like bollworm or corn borer. So these are the some important species of target of the Bacillus thuringiensis, which is a bacteria. So if farmer use the bacteria Bacillus thuringiensis as a biocontrol agent, because the corn borer, which is a lepidopteran or dipteran, is a bollworm, feed on the leaves of crop. The larva of these butterflies or mainly moths like these are the butterflies, so larva of these particular species feed on the leaves of crop. If we spray the Bacillus thuringiensis in the form of spores of Bacillus thuringiensis mixed in the water and then spray all over the crop field, so that only that species become destroyed by the Bacillus thuringiensis. Now the कैसे बायो कंट्रोल एजेंट्स, बिकॉज सबसे पहले देयर आर many biocontrol agents or microbes which are generally used as a biocontrol agents. So biocontrol agents are कौन से होंगे? The biocontrol agents are, first is most widely used, the use of Bacillus thuringiensis. Bacillus thuringiensis. Shortly, this is also known as BT. Bacillus thuringiensis. The second microorganism which is controlled in reducing the insecticides, that is Trichoderma. Trichoderma species, which is a fungi. Now third is baculovirus. Baculoviruses, which is a species of nucleopolyhedron. Now all these agents grows on the insect or they prevent the growth of specific specific insect, that is particular that only insect, not all over the species which are present generally surrounding of the crop or in the whole crop field. So they only target the particular specific species only, not all over the insect, not all, because the Bacillus thuringiensis only target the corn borer larva and the bollworm larva, because they present in the form of spores or form the. अब now discuss करते हैं only, we take only one example, because they कैसे how they help in the prevention of that preventing the growth of that particular insects by formation of, because they grow as a parasite on the particular insect. तो सबसे पहले they also grow as parasite on insect. So let the Bacillus thuringiensis is a bacteria which grows on larvae of corn borer, and bollworm. तो bollworms. So they only grow on corn borer and larvae of corn borer and bollworms, because the larvae of the corn borer and bollworm feed on the leaf of cotton. Larvae of corn borer and bollworm feed on cotton. So the larvae of corn borer and bollworm feed on cotton, or when the continuous spraying in the field of spores of Bacillus thuringiensis, the farmers can spray the spore of Bacillus thuringiensis, spray the spore of Bacillus thuringiensis. Bacillus thuringiensis onto the crop field. After that, the spores can crop field पर जब ये स्पोर स्प्रे कर दिया जाएगा, और when the leaf fitted by the corn borer and bollworm, the spores of Bacillus thuringiensis transmitted into the gut of the larva. Finally, the Bacillus thuringiensis is responsible for the formation, or they are able to form the toxins in the form of inactive toxins. So when they reaches to in the gut of larva, larva, due to the alkaline pH, they converted into the active toxins. Now, these toxins are able to create porphyration in the gut wall of that larva, or finally the larva become all the fluids which are present in the gut, they excluded outside or excluded into the interstitium of the larva, or finally the larva become die. So this is the method which is applied by the Bacillus thuringiensis, because they target only they target only the particular species, particular larva only, that feed on the leaf of the cotton plant. तो जब कॉटन प्लांट पे ये फीड करते हैं, सिर्फ उन्हीं को ये टारगेट करेंगे, अदर जो जितने भी एनिमल्स होंगे. व्हेन द फार्मर स्प्रे इंसेक्टिसाइड्स, पेस्टिसाइड्स ऑन ए पर्टिकुलर क्रॉप फील्ड, so other animals which are generally present in the surrounding of that crop field are also destroyed by the insecticides or pesticides was used by the farmer. But in case of spraying of spores of Bacillus thuringiensis in the crop field, the Bacillus thuringiensis only target a particular target only the particular specific, because these are species specific, so only they target the larva of bollworm or corn borers. So these are the some important point of Bacillus thuringiensis, because the how they act on the larva. Now discuss करते हैं. Bacillus thuringiensis, when the larvae feed on the crop leaf, then the spores of Bacillus thuringiensis transported in the gut of larva. Spores of Bt transported into the gut of larvae, or finally in the Bacillus thuringiensis, they are able to synthesize and the toxins which is present in the inactive form, in the Bacillus thuringiensis inactive form, when they transport into the gut of larva, due to the alkaline pH in the gut larva, the pH is alkaline. Due to the alkaline pH in the gut larva, the toxins converted into the active toxins, or finally there is formation of porphyration in the formation of pores in the gut wall of larva. In the gut wall of larvae. So, gut of larvae, finally the fluid which is present inside the gut excluded outside the gut from these spore, or the larvae can die. Fluid excluded outside the gut, the larvae became died. So, this is the whole process of action of Bacillus thuringiensis onto the larvae. Now, next is the how the Bacillus thuringiensis also used biotechnology because the Bacillus thuringiensis are able to synthesize the toxins. If we isolate the genes which are responsible for the synthesis of these inactive toxins, if plants are able to synthesize the inactive toxins so that they prevent themselves from these larvae. सो क्या होगा, पर्टिकुलर टाइम टू टाइम जो जितने फार्मर्स हैं उन्हें स्प्रे करना नहीं पड़ेगा इस बैसिलस thuringiensis को या इस बैक्टीरिया को. वो अगर सीड, बिकॉज हमने द जीन्स विच आर रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर द फॉर्मेशन विच आर generally help in the formation of undergoing transcription and form the inactive toxins. Now the plants are able to synthesize that inactive toxins in their own body, in their own plant body. So यहाँ पे क्या होगा, जो फार्मर्स के वर्क को भी घटा दिया गया, काम को कम कर दिया गया, बिकॉज द कॉटन्स आर एबल टू synthesize inactive toxins जो Bacillus thuringiensis के थ्रू बनाया जा रहा था, so that they are able to prevent themselves from the particular species larva. Now what happened in the biotechnology, how the seeds are, how they prepare the particular plant seeds, or seeds have the genes encoding for the inactive toxins, and these inactive toxins are synthesized in the plant body for the, and finally if they transport in the gut of larvae, they converted into the active toxin in the gut, but only बस यहीं तक का इसका काम है कि इनएक्टिव टॉक्सिन बस प्रिपेयर होने चाहिए, बाकी काम तो वो अपने आप हो जाएंगे जैसे ही गट के लार्वे के गट में ये ट्रांसफर हो जाएंगे. So the scientists use the genes of Bacillus thuringiensis or isolate that particular gene from the Bacillus thuringiensis and introduce into the plant genome, so that plant genes are able to synthesize the inactive toxin which is produced by the Bacillus thuringiensis. Now that particular toxins are also synthesized by the cotton plant. So this method is mainly used in the cotton plant. Some are edible plants are also undergoes through the biotechnology process and also form these inactive toxins. But क्योंकि हम उसे खाते हैं, क्योंकि इन प्रीवियस डे जब बीटी कॉटन बनाया गया, देन उसके बाद बीटी ब्रिंजल की भी का फॉर्मेशन किया गया, क्योंकि जो ब्रिंजल के प्लांट्स होते हैं दे आर ऑल्सो टारगेटेड बाय द सम लार्वा so that the yield of the brinjal are also decreases. So that scientists use that method in brinjal plant, because we feed on brinjal in the cotton plant. We use cotton, not feed the cotton plant, or not feed the leaf of the cotton plant. Only we use the cotton, so that वहाँ पे क्या होगा, वो हमारे लिए वो टॉक्सिसिटी क्रिएट नहीं करेंगे. But in case of brinjal, now BT brinjal is banned now because they create the toxicity, form the toxins in some humans, or affect the health issues भी होने लग गए थे. So that they ban the formation of BT brinjal now. लेकिन अभी भी BT सोयाबीन and BT cotton अभी भी कल्टीवेट किए जा रहे हैं, because there is no side effect of BT cotton and BT brinjal. BT, and now here is a formation of pores in the gut of larvae. In the gut of larvae. So this is the method. Now let us discuss about how the biotechnology used in the production of these Bacillus thuringiensis genome in the production of inactive toxin by the plant, or how they help in the controlling the particular species of the insect. Now discuss करते हैं in the biotechnology how the Bacillus thuringiensis is used for the controlling the species of insect. Now, the isolation of desired genome from the Bacillus thuringiensis. So, first step is isolation of desired genome from Bacillus thuringiensis, that is also known as BT for Bacillus thuringiensis. So now here is a plant genome, Here is a plant genome. Now after the isolation of desired gene by the endonuclease enzyme, the endonuclease enzyme cut on the specific site of DNA. For example, EcoR first cut the specific site of DNA on guanosine or adenine, in between the guanosine or adenine. So they cut or break the bond, disulfide bond, which is present in between the guanosine or adenine. So use of EcoR first is the endonuclease enzyme. By the use of endonuclease enzyme. So endonuclease enzyme use किया जाता है. Now here is bacterial genome. Now this particular segment is desired and responsible for the synthesis and able for undergoes in transcription and synthesize the particular protein, that is toxin. So this gene, the segment of gene, now isolated from the whole genome by the use of endonuclease enzyme. They cut that particular segment from the genome, and these genome or desired gene now isolated from the bacterial genome and ligase with the help of ligation. By the process of ligation or with the help of ligase enzyme, DNA ligase enzyme, the gene segment introduced into the plant genome. For example, here is a bacterial genome which is introduced into the plant genome. Now, plant now able to synthesize a particular toxins in the form of inactive toxin as produced by the Bacillus thuringiensis. So they are the toxin is inactive toxin in the plant. When the leaf of which is present in the all cell of the plant, so in the all cells of plant, that is cell is formed by the that cell form the leaves of plant, fruit of plants, seed of plant, या जितने भी cells होंगे, they have the genome for synthesis of inactive toxins, because the cell is formed the cells form the whole part of plant. So the whole plant have the genome in their cells which are able to synthesize the toxins, inactive toxins. When the leaf of the plant feeded by the larva, the inactive the whole method is same as in case of simple done by the bacillus thuringiensis. The process is done by the bacillus thuringiensis. So same उसी की तरह होगा यहाँ पर भी. So the inactive toxins transported in the gut of the larva and the gut of the larva. In the gut of the larva, now in the gut they converted into the active toxin. So here is the method by which the biocontrol agents are used to control and prevent the particular species which affect the yield of the particular crop or yield of the fruit or another vegetables. So this is the method by which the Bacillus thuringiensis or farmers use the Bacillus thuringiensis for preventing the larvae of the different butterflies or moths or bollworm, corn borers, etc. तो now next class में हम next important topic discuss करेंगे.